Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Em and we are once again starting a video in the car, but for really good reason today. My sister's birthday is tomorrow, and to celebrate her birthday we are going on a bookstore crawl in Portland, and I am so hyped. This has been getting me through the last 2 weeks. We are for sure going to at least 3. We have a 4th one kind of on standby, and I'm just so excited. Portland has had a really delightful influx of new indie bookstores in the last 6 months to a year, and I've been dying to go visit them. But since I don't live super close to Portland, it's always a little bit of a time commitment, but we're here, we're gonna go. I am probably gonna have my eyes out for The Ornithologist's Field Guide to Love by Andrea Holton. I just read that recently, actually this week, but by the time you see this, a few videos ago. And it's one of my favorite things I've read this year, and book 2 comes out shortly, and I think I just need this series on my shelves. So I'm gonna have my eyes open for that, but other than that, I don't have anything specific I'm looking for. We are gonna go to a romance bookstore, a queer bookstore, the new horror bookstore that just opened. The queer bookstore and the horror bookstore just opened, I think, last weekend. And maybe the science fiction and fantasy bookstore. I don't know, we'll see. But I'm gonna take you along, and we're gonna just like have a really fun bookish day, and I'm so excited. And I will link all the bookstores we go to down below so you can check them out and order from them online if that's an option, or if they have like a bookshop.org shop page, I'll put that down in the description as well. So I hope you have fun, and let's go check out some bookstores. Alright friends, I am back home and ready to show you my little haul. It was so lovely to go to all those bookstores. There was a 4th that I wanted to go to that we didn't get to. We were pretty burnt out after 3, but they were all really lovely. We had a really nice interaction with the bookseller at Always Here Bookstore, and that was really lovely. That space was really lovely. I think that might have been my favorite one, but I enjoyed all 3 so much, and I'm so glad that those bookstores are there and that we just have indie bookstores in the world, because it was so nice to go into 3 bookstores that had like a very specific niche and had executed it so well. So at Grand Gestures, which was the romance bookstore, I did pick up a copy of The Ornithologist's Field Guide to Love, which I'm so excited to finally own. I just think this cover is absolutely stunning, and I just loved it so much. I'm so excited for the next book in the series to come out shortly. And then I also couldn't resist, and I did get an American Girl sticker. I apologize, I have chipped off all of my nail polish, so I don't have like pretty nails for this shot. But I did get Felicity, and it says perfect all-American bitch. Felicity was my favorite American Girl when I was little, and I recognize now how problematic Felicity is, though not the most problematic baby of the American Girls. I did almost get Molly. I was tempted. I don't know if I got footage of Molly's, but Molly was holding a protest sign that said, "I don't want to be an American Girl." Molly was my second favorite. So it was a real hard choice, but I think you'll also see in the footage that I took that the sticker selection at Grand Gesture was just A+ perfection. I really want to go back just to get more stickers. I don't even need the romance books. I just want all the stickers that they carry because the selection was impeccable. And then at Always Here Bookstore, that was really hard. There were so many books that I could have bought. I at one point did have a small armful of books, and it was tricky to narrow it down. But I did end up getting The Sun Force by Sasha Stronach. I don't know how to pronounce this author's last name. But this author is a Maori author from New Zealand, and right? Yes, she's based in Wellington, New Zealand. And I read The Dawn Hounds, which was her debut novel, and it's sci-fi fantasy, and I'm pretty sure this is book 2. If it's not, how embarrassing for me. But I really enjoyed The Dawn Hounds, and I know that's part of a series. I believe this is the next book. And if it's not, I still... Oh, yeah. Okay, this is part of the Unsung trilogy. Okay, good. Anyways, I knew I wanted to continue on in the series, and actually I'm gonna pretty soon be doing a book series bingo thing on my channel, and I knew this was a series I wanted to move on with, so I put this title on the bingo thinking I would get it from the library, and then I saw it, and so it was like a no-brainer. And then at the horror bookstore, which I keep forgetting the name of, Mid-Slumber Media. So they are also very new. Always Here Bookstore just opened or had a grand reopening. I think they are in a new location, maybe? I think is the vibe I got. A Mid-Slumber Media, they are brand new. And so, where was I going? This train of thought is just out the window. Anyways, they just opened. This is their second weekend of being open, and their selection was really cool. They had a mix of books, DVDs, VHS, all horror media. So that was pretty cool. And we had a lovely conversation with other customers in the store because somebody's dog was in there, and it was lovely. And I ended up grabbing a copy of Clown in a Cornfield by Adam Caesar, which I have read. This is YA slasher, and I didn't realize there's a movie coming out of this, and I'm gonna have to think real hard about whether or not I'm gonna watch it. I usually don't watch horror media because I'm sensitive to imagery. I can do it in book form because my imagination is never going to be as graphic as what is on film, so I can handle it in book form, but I'm real sensitive for visuals, so we'll see. But I really love this series. I still have to read book 3, but my oldest is starting to get into horror and is really curious about slashers. So I thought having another age-appropriate slasher in the house, that was a wild sentence for me to say, but I thought having another slasher, because I already have one YA slasher, so I thought adding one more onto the shelf in case that's their direction they want to tiptoe into. They can do that. And then I also got Phantasma by Kaylee Smith. I read, I think, 5 chapters of this. I got it from the library about a month ago, and I put it off for too long. And then I read about 5 chapters. I really liked the 5 chapters that I read, but then I had to give it back to the library, and it's super popular. So I am banking on the first 5 chapters that I will really enjoy this and have a good time with it. So I decided to just buy a copy. So there you have it. That is my haul from our bookstore crawl. It was really fun. I had a great time. I do want to do it again and maybe go back to Always Here Bookstore and then do some other bookstores, but we're gonna have to wait a couple months because I do need to slow down on my bookstore purchases. Though 2 of these, whoops, God, that is the 3rd time I have dropped that book today. But 2 of these I have already read, 2 of these I have not. So I feel like that ratio is pretty good. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this short, joyful little video, hopefully. And if you want to leave an emoji to let me know you were here, Clearly we have to do a book stack emoji. And as always, thank you for spending your precious time with me. Like if you liked it, subscribe if you want to, and I'll talk to y'all in the next one. Bye!